My name is Tamara Klink, I'm a sailor and I'm from Brazil. My first memory of the sea was missing my father. My father used to sail a lot and spend many months very far away from our home. For months we were wondering what was this will, this passion that made him go so far and stay so long far from us. And when he came back, he would tell us stories about the animals that he encountered, the storms, the sunlight, or its absence. And it made me dream of sailing one day too. But I didn't know if it was possible, because how could I be a seaman if I was not even a man? Coming here to Lorient and meeting amazing women that sailed in very crazy boats, I realized even if it seemed quite complicated, I was also capable of doing that. I love that in the ocean, it doesn't matter if we are big or small, if we are young or old, man or woman. It's quite strange to be the youngest person of my country, to have done a transatlantic crossing, because I don't feel I'm that young. And at the same time, I believe that if it didn't happen, it's also because maybe people didn't have access to this dream before. So I have this responsibility in other people's imagination of what they can do with their own hands, with their own body. I believe that sailing in Brazil, it's something that is very restricted to people that are in very good financial conditions. We live in a country in which a big part of the population doesn't have access to clean water, doesn't have access to healthy food. So it's hard to imagine that sailing as a hobby can be something accessible to anyone. So we have this first physical material barrier, and at the same time we have a contradiction. We are one of the countries that have produced the biggest diversity of traditional boats, including sailing boats, and I think this is something that we should put into value in our country. When we are in a boat, from the moment we leave the harbor, we have to plan our water consumption, our energy consumption. We quickly become conscious of the amount of energy that we use to keep moving, the amount of trash that we produce. This is something that really moves me and interests me. Sailing is something that can be very frustrating sometimes because of forces of the nature that are so much bigger than ours. So there is this power of the will that pushes us to do things that are completely crazy and nonsense. My plan is to change the image that we have of the common explorer or the people that overcome frontiers. I'm heading in 2 months to Svalbard in the north of Norway to start a new expedition. It's something quite magical to know that this gesture, this movement of going from one place to the other can also be inspiring to other people's lives. It can also push other people to go beyond their limits on land. When we talk about the ocean rights, for me it's clear that the rights of the ocean are our rights. It's our rights to have clean water, our rights to breathe, our rights to have fish, our rights to live in a healthy planet. The nature will find its balance, but we are the most fragile part of this system, and defending the ocean rights is mainly defending the rights of the people that doesn't have power to defend their own.